The grapefruit cup with white pieces in it too. And it's leaking. Well, now it just dripped like seeds of death. Hey, what's up guys, it's Permanent, my favorite YouTuber here. Oh my god, I'm technically supposed to be at school right now, but I woke up, I took a shower because I thought it might make the day better, and I didn't even want to take a shower, but I took the shower, then I had a ride to school, and the people were talking about this stuff that doesn't matter, and then I was supposed to go to a psychologist, but we arrived like super late, then I had to take a bus like all the way else to this other street, and the bus comes like every half an hour. And technically, my last hope was to catch the bus that came like 7 minutes before my appointment started. So I would have to get on that bus, wait till I get to the stop, and then walk to the psychologist appointment from there. She's always a little bit late anyway, so I figured that it was okay if I still got that bus. But then, I turned up the wrong avenue, and by the time I made it to the stop, I kid you not, I was like at the stop, and the bus was just It's time for my review of Doctor Who, the SEEDSSSSS Damn, let's fix you up, eh? Thanks. There you go. That's better, eh? Why does that keep happening? Okay, anyway. Good luck. Oh, what? No, I'm not a clone. No. Okay, anyway. Yeah, Doctor Who, The Seeds of Death. Which is, sorry, I just got a text, but this is actually a special edition. This doesn't actually happen as often as people like to think. I mean, we've only had 2 special editions so far, and they are The Aztecs and The Tomb of the Sabmen. You know what? I actually haven't seen Doctor Who Arachnids in the UK yet. I'm gonna go watch that, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got this orange. It kinda tastes like orange soda, to be all honest. Right. On my review. You know, I should mention that when I first saw this DVD cover, I thought that was Polly. So I thought that this was like a story with Polly in it. And then Polly left, and it was like, what? Oh yeah, there's 2 discs. This is a special edition. We don't have these often in the 1st and 2nd Doctor era, mainly because of how many stories are incomplete, especially from season 3, 4, and 5 used to. Not so much anymore now that The Enemy of the World and Web of Fear has been recovered, but still nonetheless, like, the first 6 seasons, 3, 4, and 5 have suffered the most from the missing episodes, but I was like, oh. Yeah, The Big Bang Theory, I still watch that. I'm kind of seeing why everyone hates it now. And honestly, I'm getting there too, but anyway, let's go, come on. Come on. Get in there. Wow, 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 wow. The DVD popped out again. I didn't film it because I just turned my camera off as soon as it went in, but then it popped out and then put it back in again. I don't know, the DVD player's old, I told you that. Still got 3 DVD players stacked up on top of each other. Look, see? And we have another trailer for Doctor Who, the complete 6 series. Oh, what? There's no audio commentary? Just the subtitles? Okay, fine, subtitles. It even says disc 1 up there because it's a special edition. Jesus. What is this? Okay, I'm bored. Okay, this is 6 episodes. We got a lot to get through. Here we go. Deadling, 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 deadling. See, Crotons, this is how you do it. You show Doctor Who and then wait before you show the title card. I mentioned that in the Crotons. I'm not sure if I made it very clear. Sorry. Editing was a bit weird. Whoa. Are we in the Mind Robber Void again? What the frick is going on? Well, what the, we got captions? Oh wait, no, never mind, that was a fade-in, never mind. While I'm mentioning stuff like Moonbase and stuff, seems like they're giving shout-outs to all these episodes, but while we're waiting for the Doctor and his companions to materialize, oh, and this is a space agency, which will hopefully make Zoe right at home. She might even mention that in a throwaway line. If she doesn't, I'll be disappointed, but also just feel free to leave in the comments below what you think of the new Doctor Who series. I'm not doing quick reviews of every single episode because I don't want to fall into that trap that everyone does of reviewing all the old episodes and then going to the new ones and then they end up just reviewing the new ones and never go back to the old ones. But I will do a quick review of the whole series once it's done. But just tell me what you guys think. Because so far they've had 2 big missed opportunities over the past 2 episodes. In episode 3, they could have just made that time traveler guy the monk. He was meddling with time, the monk meddled with time. Why not make him the monk? He last appeared in the Daleks' master plan, claiming that the Doctor hadn't seen the last of it. It's like, literally, like, that was probably the last we would see of him. Just make that guy the monk! Why can't you have just made a throwaway line where he's just like, oh, hi, I'm the monk, and the Doctor's like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. But, like, and then also in the last episode, the Doctor could have mentioned, instead of talking about a spider folding a plane or whatever the line is, why not just say, oh yeah, I fought giant spiders before on Metabolus 3. That didn't go so well. Just throw in that line instead of the thing about the plane and you're good. Okay, I save it for the quick review. This is when you know you got a committed actor. One guy go out in a form of glory. The Ice Warriors tell him to do something and he doesn't do it. I mean, more like he like sabotages the thing. He's like, oh, that's quite unfortunate, and then experiences a slow death. It's a reference to the Honest trailer of classic Doctor Who. Honestly, wait, hashtag not sponsored. But Honest trailers is actually really cool. I mean, sometimes they're a little bit weird, but just they'll like at first it was supposed to be like, I think it was like a rule that something had to have a trailer. Like lots of times people were asking them to do an Honest trailer for something, and they would say, oh, that doesn't have a regular trailer, so we can't do an Honest trailer for it. But like at first it was supposed to be like literally honestly telling you whether you want to go see the movie or TV show or not. Now it's more just like criticizing it. And their Honest trailer for The Empire Strikes Back, they even said like, oh, what to nitpick. Sometimes they pronounce Han Solo's name differently, and it's going to be difficult. But when they did to Doctor Who and classic Doctor Who, my mind was blown, because I thought they said that they were never going to do Doctor Who. And when I saw Doctor Who Modern, I was like, oh, okay. And I figured, like, I guess at least they said Modern, so they are aware that classic Doctor Who exists. And then I saw classic Doctor Who, and the fact that they did both justice was pretty cool. But, yeah, so the guy experiences a slow death. Rest in peace, mate. The Doctor, so they look at the scanner, the Dr. Jamie and Zoe, and they notice that a spaceman appears to be on the thing, and Jeremy's like, oh, what's he up to? It's so amazing. Like, Highlander Jamie, I remember, like, Jamie's character has grown a lot. It's so weird, because I remember in the Highlanders, he would have no idea what anything was today. And the Underwater Menace, he was like a nervous wreck. The Moonbase, he's like, the moon's way up in the sky. But throughout the stories, he started to learn more and more and more. At first, he sounded like an annoying child who didn't understand anything. But when you look at it from his perspective, it makes sense. He hasn't seen anything like this before. And then as he goes on more and more adventures, now he knows a lot. He knows, like, probably as much. Like, probably not more. But, like, at most as much as the Doctor did after traveling in the TARDIS for that period of time as well. Not to mention that the Doctor would also have all his training and learning from Gallifrey throughout his years, because he was a grandparent when he left, so, like, yeah, and the Doctor says, like, oh, that spacesuit can't be later than 1960. I can just imagine all the kids at home watching that, and they're like, oh my god, that's our decade, what are the also the Doctor seems so happy to find out, oh, it's a space museum. The last time you were in a space museum, it didn't work out that great. Not for the characters or the critics. Whatever. But, yeah. This is another thing. The Doctor could have just made a reference. Oh, the last time I was in a space museum, it wasn't that bad. I mean, they did in Galaxy 4. Vicky's like, you don't think we jumped a time track again, do you think, because of his 2 sons, like in the space museum? I don't know. Shut up! I have to interrupt this review because it's been come to my attention that apparently I said that we would eat this on Halloween. Halloween was so far away when I made that promise, but nevertheless. Well, it's already slightly broken up. Oh, this actually is mint. Look, it's mint. Rest in peace. But anyway, so they landed the expedition, and the guy comes up with a gun, and is like, "What are you doing about me?" And the dog's like, "No, we're really interested." And he's like, "Oh, well, in that case, look at this design." I'm sorry, I just want to feel myself eating this chocolate for the memories, okay? Specks of dust are falling in the room as well as the leaves outside. I thought I was in a 3D movie for a second. Anyway, so as it turns out, everyone's abandoned space travel because teleportation appears, and you know, why not? It's actually a lot like a movie, Idiocracy. It's rated R, so don't watch it if you're like a kid, but if you are old enough, go watch Idiocracy. I guarantee you, go watch the trailer right now. You're going to be blown away by the premise. But it's funny because they say, like, why do you stop at the moon? And I think this was made in like 1960, like I think it started in 1968. No, that was the Croton, but this was like in early 1969. So roughly when they were about to land on the moon. And we kind of have stopped it there for now. I mean, people are going to send them to Mars, but they've been saying that for a while. I don't know, 2020 something. That looks familiar. It's a... Whoa! Oh! Oh, that's the... I thought that we were like 15 minutes in. It's a good thing too, because I've already taken up like 10 minutes of the video. It may seem shorter because I'm editing, I don't know. Damn it! Deadling, 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 deadling. I'm running we're gonna move on to a new theme song first. I wanna do some wavy stuff. I think it would have been funnier if the guy who escaped said, "Try and catch me, suckers, with your stupid web feet." Well, did she say yes, MAGA? Like from Galaxy 4? In case if anyone in the slightest bit cares, I got myself a mini pizza now. So there's a lot of sexism and feminism and sassiness and the rocket, I refuse, blah. Long story short, the Dr. Jamie and Zoe are going to the moon. This guy's a freaking genius. He swaps out the... I don't really understand what he does here, but the point is he manages to disintegrate the Ice Warrior. Well, see, this guy versus the Doctor, at least him becoming a companion or something. Oh, but in the process of doing that, he accidentally cuts off the Doctor and Jamie and Zoe's ability to land safely, so they'll either crash or, more likely, drift off endlessly into space by Zoe's words. And that's the end of episode 2. On to episode 3. So I guess this guy versus the Doctor, the other guy wins. I gotta do a driving lesson. I'm doing a driving lesson. Then I'll be back and I'll be able to review the rest. Kids, don't worry too much about getting your driver's license. If your parents are pushy, then fine. Go and get your driver's license just to impress them. But like, don't worry about it too much. Look, getting your G1's easy. And then you gotta take this course, and there's literally homework about stuff that doesn't even have to do with driving. The history of tires. Who cares about the history of tires? Just don't worry about it too much, okay guys? You can wait. You can always take the bus. We're gonna have self-driving cars soon. Shut up, narration! Alright, I'm back. Where we leave off? Deadling, 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 deadling. Oh, that got cut off quick. Mate, the text is white. Alright, so as it turns out, they're not gonna be like trapped on the rocket forever. They're gonna die of heat from being stuck to the center of the sun in approximately 5 months, 10 days. While you'll burn a lot more than you get to the center. Or did she say burn up? I don't really know. Not to mention, they only have enough water and food to last them 3 days. Sign that Jamie notices, but Zoe doesn't. Also, the Doctor picks up his signal, but they're not much help, because they're currently drifting in a rocket through space without control. I need to give a shout out to the previous adventure. They managed to fix the rocket somehow. Fiddling with wires and science stuff, I don't know. And then Zoe talks about the monsters, and Jamie's like, yes, they're Ice Warriors, obviously. And the Doctor's like, Jamie and I met them before. I can't tell if Jamie should have thrown in, like, with Victoria, then act all sad. That would have probably been too much. Are they even allowed to mention Victoria? I would assume so. Is it like written that like when a character is killed or written off, they're still allowed to mention them in the next story? Because like Victoria's dad, they had that huge heart-touching talk about in the Tomb of the Cyberman, then never mentioned the dad again. In fact, Victoria started wearing a whole bunch of clothes that like is weird for a Victorian girl to wear. Not like just literally. I got that from Stuart Review stuff. But yeah. So, I like how the Doctor's like, they come from the planet Mars. Because normally you'd expect, like, they're Ice Warriors from the planet Warriorssssss. Yes. Yes. I've heard that good luck before. Day of the Doctor. But screw you, Zoe! So after a little bit of excitement of whether they're gonna land properly or not, they land on the moon. Yay! So the Ice Warriors are all like, oh, we will keep you alive as long as you are, you suffer. And I'm like, screw off. And then the feminist character comes up and she's all like, you'll never be taking orders from me. Now listen, I just want to point out that if she wasn't the feminist character, the Ice Warriors probably would have killed the person then and there. Like if that was like just a regular like guy who came up and said, you'll never get any help from me, there is a chance, but I just got a text, but I have a feeling that the Ice Warriors will probably just kill him then and there, unless they're a main character. That's another exception. Meanwhile, the Doctor's off to destroy T-Mat, teleportation mat, I assume. If it doesn't stand for teleportation mat, then I have no idea. It's probably a missed opportunity, or maybe they came up with a better thing and it would have been a missed opportunity if they didn't use that. So anyway, the Doctor's going to destroy T-Mat even though it's their only way back. That's easy. It's that easy to get away from them. What the? Is that the dog? That's the dog. He's just spinning around. It's booking it. What the frick? It's a fun house. Why is it a fun house? What was with the fun house? Frickin' fun house. I remember because I saw this scene where the Doctor's like that, like a fun house, and then when I was watching this episode with my grandma and grandpa, I like saw the Doctor running around. I figured that was it, and I'm like, oh look, he's running through a fun house, and that showed him with whatever that was, and then Grandpa's like, it is a fun house. Look, this is a freaking fun house. What the frick? I said brick. Oh look, the doors of the fun house. Let me out of the fun house. Fusion. I heard that before on a Doctor Who montage, by Babel Color, I think. His like montage of all the Doctor Who episodes, but that was his 2013 version. Maybe it's in the other ones too. That probably should be called Babel Color, like Doctor Who every episode. Number 4 at this point, I think it should be. I remember I heard that. I thought, okay, first off, I thought that instead of saying your leader will be angry if you kill me, I thought he was saying you need to be happy to come here. I thought it might be like part of the Mind Robber or something, and I didn't realize that the I'm a genius was part of the same thing. I thought that was a cut to audio for a different episode. I thought he was saying how genius. It's a fun montage by Babel Color. You should go check him out. Oh, and as it turns out, this guy's fume sham, but they're trying to work out and stuff like that. Yeah, go back to from which you came. Done something to the Doctor, they blew him up.
What is it? What's happened to him? Is he dead?
Yeah, the Doctor's dead now. Oh, I thought that might have been the cliffhanger. I guess I figured that the viewers are used to the Doctor not dying. Is this a cliffhanger? They're zooming into a ball.
Emergency transport systems now.
I thought that was the sound I meant for a second. Ooh, creepy bomb. Whoa. Hey, I think I can do that. I can teleport too. Oh, well. Makes that effect. Hang on. There. There we go. Yeah, you can teleport. Ooh, where's my invisibility hat? I gotta show you my invisibility hat. Yeah, I haven't used it that much, but observe. I'm still here. Before it was just off camera. Now I'm just invisible. Okay, so the ball has landed. Is this the moon base? Or... Oh, we touched it and now it's blowing up like a balloon. It's alive. Ooh, it's alive. Oh, I guess that's the cliffhanger part 3. On to part 4. Deadling, 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 deadling. Well, that didn't look like a ball. It looked like a little peppermint candy. Why is there black stuff inside? Blah! Okay, so apparently the Ice Warriors are sending these things to major cities, and if people get close to them, they'll die instantly from lack of oxygen. Even though it takes about 3 minutes before you die of oxygen. And they reference that in the show. In fact, they say that it takes about 3 to 4 minutes before you die of lack of oxygen. I thought it was 2 to 3. I mean, like, I heard, like, you know, the 3 threes. 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 days without food. 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. But I thought that even 3 minutes was a stretch for oxygen. Whoa, this guy's smart. I'm already learning more from Doctor Who than I did at school. Oh no, not Ottawa. Where the heck is Ottawa? Oh my god, guys, this is so freaking intense. I'm not gonna lie, this story actually is kind of intense. This is actually a pretty good story, which is odd because I've actually... Well, like, it's not that I never heard of it before. Obviously, I watched some of it with Grandma and Grandpa, but just... It's not really a story that stands out as a classic, even though this seems to be, to me, like one that would. That's how you send messages? Then died instantly, cause of death currently unknown, message of New York ends. Another text. Right, so there's this guy who's just kind of obeying all the ice words. At first it was like, if you do not obey us, you will die. And at first it was kind of understandable, but now it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I have a feeling that by the end of the story it's going to be like, I don't care, kill me now. Also, a nice little shout out to the fact that the Doctor's a Time Lord because he survived the explosion. Not because he couldn't survive the explosion, because he did survive. The Ice Warriors are like, most humans will be dead. So most humans, he could still potentially be human, even though we know he's not. You know, Stuart Review stuff actually pointed out in the Dominaires, it's a good thing that the... Got another text. It's a good thing that the Quarks did a scan of Jamie's body and not the Doctor. Otherwise, you know, if they said, the Doctor has one heart, that would have been annoying for fans. What is it texting? Whoa! Could only have one take anyway, might as well make the best of it. Oh, they filmed this outside? Whoa, that's creepy. I guess they couldn't get the right lighting, but it just worked. I actually remember this scene. Oh yeah, I hate claustrophobia. You know when... Like, it's kind of dark. You know when, You know when, like, you got, like, this hole in, like, the snow, and, like, you dip your feet in, and you're fine. You're just chilling. Because if the snow collapses, it's just gonna hit your feet. Your feet are gonna be trapped at worst. But if you stick your head in, you're all like, oh my god. Where the heck is Hamburg? This guy comments that he needs food and rest as he hasn't slept for hours. Wow, going hours being awake at a time? I would have no idea what that would be like. I'm joking. We go to school for like 7 hours in a row. Learning about nothing important, by the way. Not about taxes, not about house rent. No, instead we need to learn the quadratic equation. I like how this guy like sees some humans in the vents and automatically assumes that they're good guys. I mean, I guess he's taking a chance. Plus, like, you know, probably the humans are the good guys if the Ice Warriors are trying to take over Earth. He does a nice cover-up, though, when he's like... I fumbled the line, but people fumble the lines all the time in this. But, like, he said, like, I need food, rest, I haven't had sleep in hours. He sees the guys in the vent, and the Ice Warriors are like, what are you doing? Ooh, a sentence without saying it. And then he's just like, there's something I forgot. Which is a good cover-up, because many people will, like, hesitate like that when they remember something. No, Zoe's Just Dance pose has gotten frozen. Oh, that's the cliffhanger for part 4, on to part 5. Deadly-ling, 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 deadly-ling. This goes to show how easy it is to run away from these guys. He's using that they would have killed me as his get out of jail free card for why he did all the stuff that he did. But there's this scene where he's just staring at the door and then all of a sudden he goes over and pretends to be asleep. I know that he was waiting for an Ice Warrior to come by, but why wouldn't he just pretend to be asleep from the start and then just wait for the Ice Warrior to enter? He'll hear it. I mean, like, he heard it coming, and then he put down his head, and then he heard it pass by, and that's when he knew how to get up again. So why not just use your sense of hearing again? Doctor's analyzing foam, it's all around you, mate. Oh, watch out, mate. Use your Time Lord superpowers. There's this intense scene where they're trying to figure out how to stop the thing from exploding and killing them all. Even though the Doctor will probably survive anyway with the Time Lord superpowers. And the Doctor just takes the chemical and just pours them over one by one, hoping that one of them will work and one of them does. I tell you, this is so intense. The Doctor asks for a certain video transmission to be recorded. I would think that this is a security camera, isn't it? Isn't that automatically recorded? It's a video transmission, but Still, couldn't that be traced? Or I guess that's 1960s technology, I don't know. Oh, the doctor's booking it! He's booking it! The doctor's covered in foam. I remember this YouTuber, I can't remember the name of him, but he once said, like, if you ever wanted to see the doctor covered in foam, then this is the story for you. Oh, that's for part 5. Not a bad one, especially seeing as there's a bubble thing about to explode. On to part 6. The doctor's all terrified here, yet the moment Zoe lets him in, he acts like your crazy uncle. I guess he always acts like your crazy uncle. Especially that ho-ho sounded like he didn't think that he was in that much of a dangerous situation. These guys kind of look like the Stenza. It's kind of funny how I remember in episode 3, the bubble expanding was the cliffhanger. It was the first time we saw it. We didn't even know that when it exploded it would kill you. Now it's just going off all over the place. Oh, that's what he says, Craigatur. I still don't know what that means. So, the Doctor manages to defeat the Ice Warriors with false signals and weird giant light bulbs of doom, and he rubs it in by mentioning that they can destroy the fungus so the Earth won't even die. It's a good comeback though, you destroyed our fleet, you tried to destroy an entire world. And when he rubs it in and says we can destroy the fungus, the Ice Warrior has a mental breakdown. It was kind of unnecessary, but anyway, so the Doctor books it when no one's looking, and that's the end of the Seeds of Death. Would I recommend it? Yeah, this was actually really good. I don't see why this story isn't talked about more. I mean, I guess there are tons of classic episodes to talk about. They can't talk about them all, but still, like, this is, like, better than, like, Black Orchid. I haven't seen that one. I only know that it's the final historical, up until Rosa, technically. Even though it kind of had the monk in it. I'm just gonna call him the monk until proven otherwise. But, yeah, the time I learned the monk in it, too. I guess people don't call that as historical, but it's Vikings. It's historical, just because I have the monk in it. Anyway, so, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, so I really enjoyed it. Please leave a dislike, so I really did enjoy it. Leave a comment below if you liked it. Feels like get some motivation and encouragement. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment below. Say why you didn't like it, for next time, otherwise we won't be able to be understand. Just because if we're like, as Chris, the next because of thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time, where I review story number 49, The Space Pirates. Bye-bye.